that's the main goal. It's easier to keep a client and maybe upsell them later on with a different service than it is to go out and bring in a brand new client. As an agency owner, you might want to have certain packages to your service. Once you hit a certain threshold and they start to flatline a little bit, can add this into it. This is another secret sauce. Maybe we go with gold package and drive some more revenue, generate more leads for you. So you have that ramp effect too. So now, like if you can do that, say, even if you're a small shop, you only have 10, 20 clients and they're paying you a monthly of say $2,000. If you jump their fee by $1,000 a month, that's an extra $20K MRR.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fully Managed by Penji podcast, the podcast where we discuss marketing and business tips to help assist you on your business journey. I'm your host, Shannon, Penji's partnership coordinator, and I'm joined here today with a very special guest, Brian Spicciate, founder and president of Hospitality Marketing. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I hope you enjoyed this episode.
All righty. Thank you so much for coming on with me today.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right. So can you tell us a little bit about hospitality marketing and what you do there?
Yeah. So hospitality marketing is originally started really focused into the restaurant and hospitality industry. We had a discount dining card when we first started back in 2011, I think it was. Then we actually decided to switch over our niche, went to go heavily focused into the real estate division around 2017, 2018. That's when we opened up our real estate division, Realty Forte. And that's where the main focus of our business has been. Basically, we help agents and brokerages grow their annual sales volume by 20%. That has been our goal. And this year, our goal is to do that for 24 brokerages and 50 agents. We're a smaller shop. So that's what we're going to focus on for this upcoming year. And just basically growth-based marketing, not just, hey, getting in there and doing the work, but actually doing the work and producing revenue and results that's trackable.
Awesome. So what made you make the shift between hospitality and kind of food industry to real estate?
I had more of an interest and a strong knowledge of the real estate industry. I am an investor as well. So we do have bought a couple properties over the years, flipped some, lost some. But we now also have a short-term rental as well in that. But I really enjoy the industry. I enjoy real estate as a whole. Also, when it comes down to doing the work and the marketing for it, I really enjoy it. It's challenging. The real estate industry is a challenge when you're talking about marketing. A lot of people don't know about the regulations and restrictions, fair and equal housing opportunities and laws that Facebook will put into place on you, Google as well. But you really have to understand those laws and really have to have a set program that is duplicate, where you can duplicate it and do it in different territories for different companies and different agents. So then that's what we have done. We've created products that are specific to an agent, specific to a brokerage, and basically that's our frameworks. This is what we follow, and this is what is getting us success 90% of the time. So just keep following. If it's not broken, no fix.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. So to kind of reach these clients that you're looking for, what is your strategy for outreach? Like, how do you find prospects? How do you get them to respond to you?
Yeah, so a lot of times we have received, more than often, we receive more testimonials and referral-based business because we do this for an agent, do this for a brokerage, and they wound up, hey, you mind helping out a friend of mine who has a brokerage in Pennsylvania or one in Brooklyn, wherever it may be. We never really marketed our business. We're actually going to start doing that more often because we have some really high lofty goals that we want to hit within 2025. So we are going to start doing some cold outreach. There's multiple different ways that, depending on how your business is set up, how you should generate clients. If it's partnering with associations, if it's making partnerships with joint ventures. So many business owners, right? If they're looking, say, to generate leads or, and do it organically, a good way to do it is through joint ventures with partnerships with other business owners, So if, say, with me, if I found an accountant that really focuses on working with real estate agents, that would be a good joint venture for me. I'll connect with them and say, hey, listen, I could add a lot of value to your real estate clients, your brokers, and so, and if I come across somebody that can help you, or I can swing your way, a brokerage that needs good tax advice or CPA work, will swing to you. So you build out those types of partnerships as well, going into associations like where we have a couple of different MLSs and a couple of different associations, like what's the other one? NJPAC there is not NJPAC, NCJAR. It's North Jersey Central Association of Realtors. We were doing that for a little bit. We don't mind doing educational things for our clients, or even to introduce ourselves to brokerages. Hey, we can come in, do a whole digital marketing lesson for your agency, help your agents get caught up on what they need to be doing, how to get into forefront, how to become the local market expert. So we teach them, show them different things, just doing things like that. We are doing some drip campaigns, and we also do something called like an interview offer as well. So basically we reach out and we want to talk to, say, a broker owner. We get to know some of their pain points. We ask them questions, and then after that interview is done, we'll tell them, hey, listen, you might have some challenges ahead of you. So I'm respectful of your time. If you want to jump on another call, I can just give you a few tips or pointers, or even some things that you could put into your business that can really help. And usually that works pretty well. And then they're like, oh, what else can you do for us? So you really want to lead with education. You really want to lead with providing value, because when you show value to somebody, they're going to respect that. They're going to trust that. And there's so much as a marketer, and I've been doing this for 13 years. I have so much knowledge up here. Like, something that's so basic to me is not basic to a different type of business owner, because that's not their field. They're focused on so many other things. So what would be basic to them would be extraordinary to me. So that's where you have to be able to draw that line and know, like, hey, this is information that could help somebody. Let's just give it to them. It doesn't mean anything to me, but it could mean a lot to them. So
that's incredible to be able to kind of like, you trust your services so much that you're able to still give information for free, just to kind of get them to trust that you have good advice.
Yeah.
I think that's... sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think that's a great strategy to keep customers. Also, just like make friends. That's that's important.
Exactly, because if you give somebody value, or if you help somebody out, you never know. They might have a friend that owns 10 brokerages, 20 brokerages across the country. That they can say, listen, I have this mastermind of real estate brokers. I would love for you to come in and do a quick little workshop, maybe a Zoom or something like that. Would you be able to do something? Yeah, I'll do the same thing for them. And then, maybe 5 of those 10 brokers might want to hire us. So you're giving out the education, you're meeting with people, but not only you're building relationships. And honestly, people don't do business with other businesses. They do business with the person that they actually build a relationship with. The face in front of the business. Right. So it's like, they could come work with my agency, Realty Forte, but some people might not know Realty Forte. They might not know that, but when they get to know me and they understand me, they can trust me and know I have their best interests in hand and understand that my goal is to improve your business. And if I don't improve your business, I fail. And I don't fail. I don't fail.
That's good. Well, I was actually going to ask if, okay, in the likelihood that this does happen, if a step in your process does fail or it doesn't go as planned, how do you move on from that? Like, what do you do when that happens?
Sort of a risk reversal, basically, right? So, say if we're doing a lead gen program for somebody, right? And, we tell them like, hey, we're going to be able to bring you in business within the next 90 days. You're going to close a deal, 60 or whatever our commitment is to them. If they don't break even or have an ROI from what they paid to us, we will manage that program for free until you do.
That's a great offer. That makes sense.
Yeah, so we do that, and then, but there are some times you're gonna run into like, I don't have the crystal ball, and I don't have the ability to peek behind the curtain at Google, at Facebook, and all these other tools that we use. So things might delay us from doing it, or might delay us from achieving our goal. But we'll try and figure out a different workaround or a different way to actually generate the business for them, to help them.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't want to have my clients walking away with a bad taste in their mouth. I do want them to achieve. That's our main focus, because if I bring somebody great results, or even if I bring somebody good results, they're going to tell others. They're going to be happy with us. They're going to stay with us long term. That's the main goal. It's easier to keep somebody, keep a client, and maybe upsell them later on with a different service than it is to go out and bring in a brand new client.
Mm-hmm.
As an agency owner, you might want to have, say, certain packages to your service. Once you hit a certain threshold and they start to maybe like flatline a little bit or just going straight, hey, we also can add this into it, and there's another secret sauce. Maybe we go up to our gold package, and we could drive some more revenue this way and, generate more leads for you and stuff like that. So you have that ramp effect too. So now, like, if you can do that, say, even if you're a small shop, you only have 10, 20 clients and they're paying you a monthly of, say, $2,000, if you jump their fee, and you have 20 clients, you jump them by $1,000 a month, that's an extra $20K in MRR, which is great. And you didn't have to go out and go and hunt to bring in another $20K in MRR. But you're also providing a service to them where you're like, listen, we've been doing good going this route, but right now it looks like we've become a little stagnant. This is where we feel that we should be focusing on with an additional service.
I like the commitment to the clients that you already have, because I think that making sure that you foster relationships and maintain good relationships with people that are already using your service is really important, because loyalty is important. If people are saying good things about your agency, then that'll get out at some point.
Yeah. It's like I've built such a relationship with some of our local clients that like me and my wife will go out to dinner with them, and it'll be like, not like a weekday dinner. It'll be like a Friday, Saturday night dinner, when you invite to their holiday party, same thing, we build that relationship, and we've had a lot of our clients are on average stay with us about 22 to 26 months. That's a pretty good longevity on average.
That is pretty good.
Yeah. So that's been our focus, is to get our clients in and keep them. We don't want them to leave. They become part of a family. Yeah.
Do you think that there is room for being able to learn from your clients too?
Oh, absolutely. If you're not learning from your clients, you're not listening to them. because you've got to listen to their needs. You also have to listen to their wants, but you actually have to be able to draw a line in the sand and say, listen, that's a shiny object right there. That's not going to help you. You have to be able to like stay on top of new technology that's coming out and decipher like, hey, who can this impact in a good way? Who can it impact in a bad way? You don't know how many calls. Oh, I got this thing. Somebody wanted to do this AI thing with me. I think it's great. No, you don't need that right now. That would be beneficial to you. And plus that's not real. It's not going to provide you real results. So you have to be able to listen to your client and really understand their needs. And ask them the deep questions. Ask them the questions of like, hey, yeah, okay, I know you want to grow your business, but why?
Mm-hmm.
Get to those whys. Get a little bit more granular with their information that they give you. Force them to give you information. Because you say, listen, the more information you give me, the more honest you are with me, the better I can serve your business. And that's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's good. I think even transparency, I think that is something that is extremely important with a client and parent relationship. Like you can't help each other out if you're not being transparent.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So you mentioned before that you have this idea of like a Frankenstein client, which is really interesting. I've never heard of that. I'm sure that's probably something common in marketing, and I somehow avoided hearing this this word. But I was wondering, is that something? Well, one, can you describe it in case there's other people that don't know, like me? But then also, could you tell me kind of what your strategy is for marketing for these specific clients? Because I know that it's probably much easier to market for a niche, like something that you're aware of and it can kind of have like a more streamlined process towards.
Yes. So that's the whole point of niching down, right? Is where, you built out a specific product, something that's your proprietary knowledge of, hey, this is the game plan, from if it's a framework, we go on a 5-step program on how to grow a brokerage, to our goals program is basically our 5-step method to how we can generate more leads, more sales for a real estate agent, right? That's our proprietary knowledge. That's what we use. That's our products. Now, since we're a niche business, currently are 80% focused on real estate. So it's real estate brokers, real estate agents, mortgage as well. Our Frankenstein clients, as we call them, are Frankenstein just basically mean like just how it's made up of all different industries of people that come in. So it's like they're all put together. So you make that Frankenstein monster, right? So we have our, we have a tech company that we market for. We have, we still do like a restaurant here and there. A moving company. It's just all like a couple different, and these are usually people that we're taking on is because they are friends of friends that need help, because we're really, really trying to stay away from bringing on outside of our niche and just want to really niche down as much as possible. But, when a friend calls you up and says, listen, I need help with my business. Can you help me out? Like, okay.
I'm going to do that. Yeah.
He's like, what are you going to do? No, I don't focus on you. I can't help.
That's a good thing. That's kind of a good business. You're still like helping them out. You're going to try your best.
Yeah. So, and the funniest thing is a lot of our, some of our proprietary programs that we've built is transferable into different niches. It's just basically the steps and products that we're using, and we're just taking a different, just into a different industry, and it works. It works.
Have you ever ran into the problem where you do something that kind of works for another industry, but because they have different niches, it doesn't work for every part of them, if that makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we have. So one of the things that we love to utilize as a lead gen strategy is local service ads through Google. So you can go into different industries and utilize it. But in some industries and in some territories, it's not available. So, okay, now we got to figure out another way to get more cost-effective leads for this business coming in. So that's a product I love. I really love working with, and it's just great for our clients. If it was available for marketing agencies, 90% of my budget would be in it. So, but yeah, that's it's not, unfortunately. But yeah, and like I said, it's not available for many industries. But it's just, you just have to figure out a different strategy that would work. Just as good as that. So, but that's why we like to stay within our niche. The programs work. This is where it is, and this is part of it that we're instituting into your marketing strategy. And
I get that. It's still really nice to hear that you're still, looking out for your friends, looking out for your friends of friends, because that just builds a good community of people that support you and believe in your work and everything like that. I think that's fostering relationships with anyone that you've worked with is so important, I think, in this industry, and I really resonate with that.
Yeah, because it's funny, like people that I helped like 3 years ago with their business, they'll turn around and say, hey, they called me up like 2 weeks ago. I had somebody call me up and they have like sort of like a health food store that they are looking to grow past and just start selling territories before they get into the franchise method. And they want to actually build out maybe like some sort of marketing and tech strategy for the new businesses that come on, where you can actually now sell that strategy to the new businesses. Hey, you launched with a website, you launched with workflows, you launched with all different things, with social media channels, everything's done for you, for the first 6 months sort of thing. So it was interesting. That was an interesting call that we received. I'm like, ooh, I like this. Things in my niche. But we'll give them the help, we'll give them some guidance and look to see how we can basically set it up for them where we'll take over like the first 6 months and then, hey, this is the game plan for you moving forward, and give them exactly what they need to do so they don't have to pay us,
Yeah, I mean, like that's, even though it's outside of your wheelhouse, it's still, I feel like keeps you from being rusty, like,
yeah.
It's like thinking outside of the box is always fun.
It's like they say variety is the spice of life, right? So
yeah, exactly.
It's like almost like I'm cheating on my niche a little bit hard,
Exactly like that. I think it's funny. I talk to marketing professionals all the time, and I hear where they take inspiration from. And it's so interesting because so many of them take it from the most absurd part of life. Like they'll be like, oh, I saw this this celebrity blow up and I was just wondering how, just like out of nowhere. Oh, like I wonder what they did for this to happen. Like maybe I could implement this in my marketing strategy. I'm like, that's so interesting.
Yeah, by utilizing tools like, what do they go? Google Trends, Google Keywords too. Like, that you'll see like things that are really, that's part of the insights, that you have to find to help your client really define their target market and what's working. What are the people searching? By utilizing that Google Trends and the Google Keywords and stuff like that. That's just going to help you figure out exactly the best way to target for those people. Like you're saying, inspiration is, like, honestly, I don't even know where I get my inspiration. It's just a lot of crazy things going on up in there.
That's the best marketers, You gotta have a lot going on there if you don't. So, hospitality marketing has existed for over 13 years now, which is awesome. Congratulations, by the way. So, what do you think the most important thing that you've learned is from working here and working in this business?
So, somebody asked this question of me recently. And they said, what is one thing that you would have known sooner being a business owner, right? And I I thought and I said, you know what? Know your true value. Right? I think that's the most beneficial thing for a business owner, especially like if you're helping other business owners or helping people, know your value and charge accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
So many people are like so afraid like to lose a job, lose work, lose whatever it can be, like any type of work with like any type of client. And it's like a almost like a race to the bottom. Don't go there. Honestly, like it's not going to help you. It's not going to help the client either. Yeah, the client might pay such a little amount, and they went, "Oh, okay, great. Yeah, we've got a little amount," but you're going to actually build resentment towards your client when you're doing all this stuff and you're like not making anything. You're actually taking a loss. You're going to want to fire that client 6 months down the road. Just know your value, know what you're bringing to the game, know how you're benefiting these people, and then charge accordingly. It's okay to charge what you think you're worth. It is okay. Don't get over that. Simple as that. Get over that fact. If you don't want to work with me, that's fine. But how many other real estate marketing experts are you going to find in the country that have my knowledge and have my background, my proven track record?
That's good. That's a good lesson to learn. I think that a lot of people will do anything to make a sale sometimes, and that is of the sacrifice of their own well-being and maybe monetarily what they're taking in. And I don't think that's not good. If you lose a client or a potential client, you lose potential client. But if it wasn't a good fit, you shouldn't be forcing anything.
Yep. Yeah. Be willing to take the loss. Be willing for them to walk. Because, when you're found wanting or needing too much as an agency, you're going to lose that lack of a line of respect too from the client. And they know that they could actually manipulate as well.
Yeah.
Literally, no matter what, whenever you're working with another business owner, you are going to go through negotiation. Stand firm. Stand firm. Be able to, adjust accordingly, but do not lose respect for yourself or your abilities. That's it.
Yeah, because then you have Joe Schmo walking around being like, "Oh, this guy gave me this for so little. You can do it too."
Yeah. Well, you think those are the ones you call the PETA clients? I've never heard that term.
No, I haven't.
PETA clients are the pain in the ass client. The ones that paid the least.
I like that.
Yeah, the ones that pay the least amount and expect the world.
Yeah, those do exist. But that's good. As long as you have respect for that, I feel like you can't be taken advantage of too much, or respect for yourself. Well, we ended on a wholesome note. That should be respect yourself. Respect your business and what you can do.
Yeah, just respect everything that like I said, you also respect your client and everything, but you really have to that's the one thing I wish I would have figured out sooner in my career, is knowing my value and charging.
Yeah, respect what you worked for. That's the most important thing. Well, I really appreciate you coming on with me today. That's all we have time for. To everyone at home, thank you for watching and listening. And don't forget to like and subscribe to hear more stories like this and get more tips and tricks on how you can grow your business. Thank you so much.
Thank you.